Donald Trump capitalizes on Joe Biden's alleged F-bombs to beg MAGA supporters for funds. Donald Trump's campaign has capitalized on reports of President Joe Biden using curse words, turning it into a fundraising opportunity. Trump once claimed Biden would insult his supporters, drawing parallels to his former opponent Hillary Clinton's deplorables comment. Biden's alleged strong language against Trump led to a dismissive response from the Trump campaign. A recent poll suggests a narrow lead for Trump over Biden in a potential 2020 election rematch, with mixed voter sentiments and a desire for alternatives. Donald Trump capitalizes on Joe Biden's F-bombs to beg supporters for contributions. The Trump campaign is using reports of President Biden expressing dissatisfaction with curse words to raise funds. An email sent by the campaign proclaimed, "Biden just called me a sick F-word." The ex-president then urged supporters to contribute, asserting, "You know he doesn't just think that about me. He thinks that about every single one of my proud supporters." Drawing parallels to Hillary Clinton's deplorables comment, the 77-year-old former president claimed, "Biden will spit on us and call us every curse word in the dictionary. If you stand with me now, we'll be the ones laughing on Election Day," he added, per the New York Post. The fundraising email encouraged contributions for a triumphant Election Day, featuring a large "I love President Trump" red button. President Joe Biden reportedly called Donald Trump a sick. The fundraising email comes after reports that President Biden referred to Trump as a sick F in private conversations. Per Politico, Biden has allegedly expressed strong disdain for Trump, labeling him a F or a-hole. 3 individuals alleged they heard Biden call his predecessor a sick F who delights in others' misfortune on multiple occasions to his close aides and friends. In response, the Trump campaign dismissed Biden's language, calling it disrespectful and claiming it reflects his overall disregard for the presidency. Senior Trump campaign advisor Chris LaCivita said, "It's a shame that crooked Joe Biden disrespects the presidency both publicly and privately. But then again, it's no surprise he disrespects the 45th president the same way he disrespects the American people with his failed policies." Biden was recently angered by Trump's actions like avoiding a military cemetery visit and mocking the sacrifices of fallen U.S. soldiers. During a recent speech in South Carolina, Biden said, "Trump referred to those heroes, and I quote, as suckers and losers." He actually said that. How dare he say that? How dare he talk about my son and all like that? He added, "Look, I call them patriots and heroes. The only loser I see is Donald Trump." $50 million of Donald Trump election money used to fund legal fees. In a continued effort to fundraise, the former president is utilizing various controversial events, including criminal indictments and legal battles. Recent campaign filings reveal that over $50 million from pro-Trump political action committees has been directed toward covering Trump's growing legal expenses. However, despite transferring $42.5 million to recoup funds, Trump's primary campaign committee still holds over $33 million as of the end of 2023. The 45th president currently has 91 criminal counts across multiple indictments, and his legal challenges are expected to persist throughout 2024, including civil suits in New York related to the Trump Organization's finances. The billionaire was also hit with a hefty legal bill after he was ordered to pay former columnist E. Jean Carroll $83.3 million in a defamation trial. The former president has since slammed the verdict, calling it absolutely ridiculous. The ex-president narrowly leads the sitting president in hypothetical voting poll. In the midst of ongoing presidential primaries and a probable 2020 election rematch, a recent CNN poll conducted by SSRS indicates a narrow lead for former Trump over President Biden in a closely contested national race. The poll underscores voters' mixed sentiments towards the leading candidates, with a significant minority expressing a desire for alternative options. Currently, 49% of registered voters favor Trump, 45% support Biden, and 5% prefer someone else. Demographic dynamics remain consistent, with education levels being a prominent factor. While support for Biden in traditional Democratic blocs shows minimal growth since the fall, Biden's backing among traditionally Democratic-leaning groups like younger voters and voters of color has not shown an increase since the fall. Among voters under 35, support remains evenly divided, with 49% favoring Biden and 46% Trump, while voters of color lean toward Biden at 57% compared to 35% for Trump. In the hypothetical matchup, a notable majority on both sides suggests their choice is more a stance against the opposing candidate. 68% of Biden supporters voting against Trump, and 60% of Trump supporters voting for him rather than against Biden.